Hi everyone, so today I wanted to make a video because I wanted to let you guys know about why my relationship with my dad and my stepmother has always been the worst. And I have, since I don't remember everything in my brain, because I don't about it, I typed in a whole entire paragraph on my phone. I'm going to read it out loud to you right now. This is the point, this is the real story. So it says, okay, I'm here to share about why my father, my stepmother, and me don't get along. When I was a young kid, I went to my dad's house for visiting and sleepover every other weekends. But it always hasn't been good there. Because every time I go over there, I feel like I'm being threatened. I feel sad emotions kicking in every single time. My father and my stepmother would always yell and swear either right at me or right towards me. They would always say that my mother doesn't take care of me, which is totally not true. My dad and my stepmother do not take care of me or my brothers at all. My stepmother and my dad would always lie about every single thing just to try to get me to go over there and make up everything. They would always blame on me on every single thing, even though I didn't do any one of them that they blame me on. Like, for example, they would always say that I tried on the iCloud, which I did not do. I don't even know what iCloud is. They asked me if I took my stepmother's desktop mouse, which I did not do because I wasn't there on that weekend. I was sick that day on that weekend. They yell at me because I threw something away in the garbage can. So here's the thing. I do not have a fear of reptiles. I just don't like them. I'm not a reptile person at all. So just for the record. But my dad thought it would be hilarious to get a bearded dragon lizard just to mess with me, which he did. After I was supposed to go to my mom's house, my stepmother and my dad wouldn't let me leave. They tried to tie me up on a chair. Before they did that, they would attack me. Then my dad wouldn't let me go. I yelled at my dad and said, "Dad, let me go, let me go." He wouldn't do it. So I did what I had to do to get out of that trap, is I had to kick my dad in the balls, which I did. I got out of that trap. I ran upstairs to my brother Evan's bedroom, grabbed his cell phone, and dialed the police department's number. When I was 17 years old and I was still a junior in high school and it was my first semester, my dad always loved Harley Davidson motorcycles. He was a big fan of them. There was an accident that my dad and I were involved that was actually literally was his fault. He caused this accident to happen, where the gear on the bike broke off and I was freaking out. So I tried to go away from the walkway and went to the concrete to stay away from the road, if that made sense. My stepmother picked me up, took me somewhere to wait for my mother or whoever to come pick me up to my mom's house. My mom and my grandfather came in one car together. I took my mom's cell phone out of her purse, turned on the flashlight so I can look and see if there's anything wrong with my right leg. Turns out there was. It was bruised, it was swollen badly. So I went and I also sprained my ankle, it looked like. I went to the hospital and checked in there, and I skipped school that day, which I was okay with that. I got crutches and ice and cast, or not ice. I got crutches and a cast for my sprained ankle. Around July 6th of 2019 at 10 a.m. in the morning, I got a call from my stepmother that my dad had passed away due to a heart attack. Unfortunately, when I was working as a Mart's grocery store employee in Cleveland, Ohio, Rocky River, not Rocky River, never mind, my dad showed up in the store when he was alive. My stepmother lied to me that my dad was dead when he was not. I came home one day, yelled at my stepmother on the phone, and said, "Why did you lie to me? My dad was not dead." he was alive. I got a call from PNC Bank to tell me that my stepmother created a bank account under my name that has only 20 cents in it. They asked me to see if she can shut it down. I said, okay, let me see what I can do, the guy. I called my stepmother and asked her to please take that bank account down, or shut that bank account down. She hung up the phone before she gave me an answer, so instead she gave me an answer the next morning, and she texted me 20 F-bombs. She said to me, and she threatened me and said, I'm going to keep sending you 20 F-bombs every single morning until you agree to come over to my house. Back to where we started. I started texting my brother, Evan, and asked him, so does this mean the 20 F-bombs means that she's not shutting down the account? He said, yes, that's correct. So a couple of weeks ago, I hung out with my dad's family. And they told me some things about my father, my stepmother, that apparently I didn't know about. Like, for example, when my dad blows up, he gets anxiety. They think that Kelly is the bad person, which is not true. They're both the bad people. They're worried about my father's health, that he may have a heart attack someday. My stepmother would want something valuable that belongs to my dad's sister and starts selling all those stuff either on eBay, Craigslist, or Big Up Wagon sales and everything. Everything my stepmother and my dad does is awful. Everything my stepmother and my dad says is awful. It's just so toxic of their behavior. The whole not letting me hang with his family crap is stupid argument, so that's why when I turned 19, I decided to hang with them anyways. And when we went to this family reunion, my father had an argument with my Uncle Doug and my Uncle Dave outside of the Dairy Queen. Thank you so much for watching. Goodbye.